Hey, what's up guys? We're here with another Star Wars reaction video. If you're new channel, welcome. This one is called Every Single First Order Stormtrooper Type and Variant. And also credit and shout out goes to Red5 for the video and also doing an amazing job. So if you guys haven't already, make sure to go check out his channel and see what kind of videos he has, and make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe on his channel. Now, when it comes to First Order, the first time we ever seen them was episode 7, Force Awakens, and they're basically, you know, the Imperials after the Imperials. And we only saw like a few First Order troopers, you know, the standards, and also I'm guessing the riot, the jetpacks, and also the red Sith troopers, if they do count. And besides that, I mean, I don't know what else to say, so let's just see what Red5 has to say in the video and what kind of troopers are presented. So without anything else, let's just jump into it.
The First Order rose from the ashes of the Galactic Empire, emerging from the unknown regions of the galaxy, with a plan for vengeance and galactic domination, the face of which was, of course, the First Order Stormtrooper. But like the Republic clone troopers and Imperial Stormtroopers that came before them, there were many different infantry units that made up the First Order Stormtrooper Corps. Today, we're going over them all. This is every single First Order Stormtrooper type and variant explained.
Alright, let's take a look.
First Order Stormtrooper. We begin with the standard unit, the First Order Stormtrooper. Unlike the Republic's Jango Fett clones or the Empire's adult conscripted soldiers, the First Order abducted and conscripted human children under Project Resurrection, creating a new Stormtrooper Corps, raised to be absolutely loyal to the First Order and basically trained from birth. The First Order was able to conduct a massive military buildup by forging their army in secret. According to Captain Phasma herself, the ideology of the First Order Stormtroopers did not allow for any emotional elements such as sympathy, since they were to specifically act as an extension of the Supreme Leader's will. As children, Stormtroopers were initially trained under
I do know they were
oversight
conscripted.
of Captain Cardinal, a former child soldier who instructed his cadets in hand-to-hand and melee combat, marksmanship, and battle simulations. When deemed ready, Cardinal's trainees were transferred to Captain Phasma. Phasma endeavored to mold the Stormtroopers into the finest soldiers in the galaxy and maintained a constant vigil against any signs of weakness or disobedience. In an effort to control their psychological development, the First Order provided its trainees with a steady amount of subliminal sleep messages and First Order propaganda, resulting in the production of soldiers who were completely loyal. In addition, the First Order strongly emphasized the values of uniformity and conformity. Stormtroopers were therefore given alphanumeric designations instead of names, and were not allowed to remove their helmets without being ordered to do so. As the New Republic and First Order entered into a Cold War, Stormtroopers again became a common sight in the galaxy, yet the public at large had forgotten the troopers' imperial legacy. Instead, the Stormtroopers were merely portrayed as the First Order's territorial protection force. The soldiers never entered the Republic's borders, respecting treaties with a government they later intended to overthrow. After a lifetime of training,
it was a cover-up.
One purpose, the forces of the First Order deployed throughout the galaxy, with Stormtroopers leading the charge. First Order Stormtroopers were considered by their superiors to be expendable. Those that were inept in battle were expected to die and not be saved by their fellow allies. The white armor worn by First Order Stormtroopers was reminiscent of their Republic and Imperial predecessors, and its strength was held in high regard. First Order Stormtrooper helmets could filter out smoke, but not toxins. To deal with toxins, a Stormtrooper needed to engage one of several special filters, depending on the specific contaminant. To denote rank, Stormtrooper officers wore color-coded pauldron armor plates. White pauldrons were worn by Stormtroopers who served as squad leaders, black pauldrons identified Stormtroopers who held the rank of sergeant, and red pauldrons were worn by officers. The F-11D
I didn't know that. I know the black and the red, but not the white.
Standard Stormtroopers, a successor to the Imperial Stormtroopers E-11 M7 medium blaster rifle. The
Oh,
SE-44C
I think they just
blaster
coded it,
pistol
that's
served
it.
as the standard issue sidearm. Elite Stormtrooper. Wearing black armor with red stripes and often riding speeder bikes that were employed for high-risk missions, Elite Stormtroopers belong to the First Order Special Forces. They have so far only appeared in toy form. Executioner Stormtrooper. Selected to carry out
I remember
sentences
them.
of capital punishment, Executioner Stormtroopers were randomly selected from the existing Stormtrooper ranks and assigned to dispense final justice on enemies and traitors of the First Order. First Order Executioner Troopers tended to do several public executions each day on anyone with even slight loyalty issues. They carried BL-155 laser axes for execution purposes, which were intended to inflict great pain upon use. The executioners wore armor with black markings to denote their role. Unlike other stormtroopers, their equipment did not broadcast serial numbers to their squad mates in order to ensure their identity remained anonymous. Jet Trooper.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Stormtroopers that were trained in aerial combat, Jet Troopers were each armed with a G-125 projectile launcher and equipped with an NJP-900 integrated jetpack.
They have jetpacks?
They fly now?
Deployed towards the end of the First Order Resistance War, they wore a distinct helmet and donned chest armor with Arabesh inscriptions and red markings. The Sith Eternals' Sith Jetpack Troopers had the same armor design and function as their First Order counterparts, but wore armor plates in red and black colors. Rocket Trooper. Serving a similar role to the Jet Trooper, Rocket Troopers were instead equipped with a jump pack, which provided a shorter burst from its thrusters. Rocket Troopers also wore the standard First Order Stormtrooper kit rather than the more unique Jet Trooper armor. Raider. Skilled hunters tasked with acquiring ancient Sith artifacts by Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, First Order Raiders
They look
were
really
armed
cool.
with F-11D blaster rifles and were equipped with armor that could accommodate rank pauldrons. Their armor looks to be the evolution of the clone paratroopers or Imperial Purge Troopers.
Oh yeah, they
Scuba
actually do look like purge
Trained to
troopers.
operate in aquatic environments, Scuba Troopers were armed with a
By the way,
specialized
what show
type
is
of
this?
underwater blaster that had a
I've never seen
flashlight
this.
on the end. These troopers were also equipped with flippers and a breathing apparatus. Stormtrooper Gunner. Only appearing in The Force Awakens' Incredible Cross-Sections reference book, the role of a Stormtrooper Gunner was to man an FZO anti-personnel blaster cannon on atmospheric assault landers when landing on enemy territory. Stormtrooper Sniper. Wearing standard Stormtrooper armor, snipers primarily carried DLT-19D heavy blaster rifles and served as expert marksmen on the battlefield. Tread Speeder Driver. Specialized pilots who operated 125Z tread speeder bikes, wearing a lighter suit of armor that somewhat resembles the Imperial Scout Trooper's suit, mixed with the First Order Stormtrooper. Tread speeders were rugged, shield patrol speeder bikes which had a design that granted greater traction on unstable terrain. The tread speeder bike was
Yeah, I
also
remember
designed
that.
to catapult First Order jet troopers into the air. Walker Driver. Specialized in operating walkers such as the AT-AT Mega Caliber 6 and AT-AH.
Oh yeah, dude, the
First Order
Mega Caliber
walker
6
drivers
is
wore
dope.
similar armor to their Imperial predecessor with a gray stripe. Some Walker drivers also wore armor similar to that of First Order snowtroopers, which we'll get to shortly. Flame Trooper. Utilizing D-93 incinerators to root out entrenched enemy positions and engulf any resistance, Flame Troopers were equipped with flame-proof armor and were feared for their ability to turn any battlefield into a blazing inferno. Flame Troopers and Stormtroopers worked in tandem, as the faster Stormtroopers could protect the slower and more methodical Flame Troopers well out in the field. When strategically deployed, they could deny cover to enemy forces, along with supplying cover for allies with walls of flame that Stormtrooper armor could withstand. The Flame Trooper suit included a reinforced cryomech helmet with minimized visor openings to reduce weapon glare, as well as supplemental breathing tank linkages. Other suit features included a temperature control body glove, integrated knee covers, articulated
I still
greaves
wouldn't
for
wear that,
greater foot
personally.
movement, and positive grip boots. Mega Blaster Heavy Assault Trooper, a heavy trooper variant of the standard First Order Stormtrooper. Mega Blaster troopers were armed with the FMB-10 repeating blaster, or Mega Blaster, which could be carried or placed on a stand. These troopers also carried web gear loaded with extra ammunition in order to power the Mega Blaster they carry. Mountain Trooper, notably deployed on Batuu, the planet you can visit
This
at
one's
the
new.
Disney theme parks. Mountain Troopers had armor reminiscent of the Imperial Shore Troopers. Prisoner Control Stormtrooper, outfitted with electropods and standard Stormtrooper armor, they were trained to react to social unrest and guard First Order prisons. At least one was deployed to Pisana and helped capture Chewbacca. Riot Control Stormtrooper, assigned to keep order on worlds within
this
First
guy.
Order territory, Riot Control Stormtroopers were trained in riot control tactics and given non-lethal equipment such as riot shields and Z6 riot control batons. Riot control stormtroopers could also be fielded into active battlefields as specialized soldiers, during which they would wield their shields and batons or blasters. During the Battle of Takodana, FN-2199, nicknamed TR-8R for this line,
TR-8R. I didn't know that.
fought his former squadmate Finn in a lightsaber duel, besting the traitor until Han Solo shot him with Chewbacca's bowcaster. Snow Trooper, wearing insulated
He fought
armor
really
and
well, though.
helmets designed for cold weather, First Order snowtroopers were deployed during the battles of Starkiller Base and Crate, also deployed during the occupation of Kijimi. The latest generation of cold weather assault stormtroopers, snowtroopers wore advanced insulated armor and helmets with a polarized slit visor to minimize ice glare. Their entire suit, including the gloves, featured adjustable heating units. They had modified F-11D blaster rifles with anti-fogging optics and heat shunting devices. Tech Stormtrooper, trained to extract, decrypt, and analyze even the most heavily protected data from droid memory cores and other resources, Tech Stormtroopers were the technical wizards of the First Order. TIE Pilot, hunting down
Didn't know
enemy
that.
vessels and protecting space around First Order installations and warships, TIE pilots flew their advanced First Order TIE fighters,
It's always red.
two-seater craft equipped with enhanced weaponry and
Like the
sensor
lines.
systems. Similar to the Imperial TIE pilots before them, First Order TIE pilots wore a uniform consisting of a black jumpsuit with a chest plate with life support gear,
Kinda looks like
pauldrons
Death
on the
Trooper.
shoulders, gauntlets, a utility belt, boots, and a helmet with goggles. Because they could not afford to train an endless supply of pilots, the First Order treated its fighter pilots as important parts of the war machine instead of disposable assets like the Empire did before them. Sith Trooper. Though they
Wow.
technically belong to the Final Order, we'll wrap things up with the Sith Trooper. They were the culmination of the contingency created by Darth Sidious. Sith Troopers were even more loyal and obedient than the Empire's recruits and the First Order's child conscripts. Sith Trooper armor consisted of a red Gamma-Plast composite, quadruple layered to a dense, high-impact resistant
They look
finish
really cool,
worn
in my
over a
opinion.
sealed black
I really
bodywork.
like them the
Targeting
best,
sensors were
design-wise.
integrated into the helmet's design, giving Sith Troopers an advantage in low light or smoke-obstructed conditions. The Sith Troopers' primary weapon was the STW-48 blaster, a versatile weapon capable of switching between two modes, blaster rifle and blaster carbine. But that does it for today's video on the various First Order Stormtrooper variants. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Come join us to chat more at our community Discord server, linked in the description. If you enjoyed today's Star Wars video, we've got more on the screen for you.
Okay, so there you guys have it. So that was every single First Order Stormtrooper type variant. And to answer his question, for me, my personal favorite will be the Sith Trooper. I really like the red and the design of it and everything. So that would be my personal favorite. But yeah, just like passing on the question that Red5 asked, which one is your guys' favorite? Which one of the Stormtrooper variants? Because I really like to hear your thoughts. You know, just see what intrigues you and which one's your favorite. But for me personally, it's the Sith Trooper. So anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. So thank you guys for watching. And as always, credit and shout out goes to Red5 for doing an amazing job at presenting these videos. And also keep an eye out for more videos. Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. And thank you so much for your support, guys. I really do appreciate it. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.